Hey everyone, I have an official announcement to make. I have officially returned to Islam and I am now Muslim. A little bit about my story is I was born deaf and I didn't speak until I was 6 years old. My father left me when I was 4 and he just disappeared. I was abused by my mother's ex-partner and that affected me and my trauma. And then I would take away from mum and I was moved around to more than 100 foster homes, and then I was sold for child trafficking at 14 years old in a brothel. I grew up in a Lebanese Muslim culture. I've always been a part of that culture. It's been a part of my whole childhood life, and when I would go to their house and I would watch them pray and do things in an Islamic way, I was so interested and wanted to learn more. I converted to Islam when I was 16 years old, and when I converted to Islam when I was 16, it became huge and well known. And when I say that, I mean I spoke to a sheikh and I did my shahada in a mosque in Lakimba when I was 16 on Ramadan night in front of thousands of Muslims when I was 16. And honestly, at the time it was fine, and so many Muslims like congratulated me and welcomed me. And then I did it again with the same sheikh at the Eid festival in Sydney. He's a very well known sheikh. So yeah, so we were at the Eid festival in front of thousands of Muslims. I did my shadow again, like I said it, in front of everyone at the Eid festival, and I became extremely well known as a Muslim girl. So I would call it like a celebrity Muslim because everyone looked up to me. I had social media, I was in the spotlight. And back then, as a 16-year-old, it was a lot of pressure for me because I had to act perfect in front of everyone because everyone was watching me. But at the time, again, I didn't care. You know, I loved Islam. It was part of my life and it's always what I believed in. Then something happened when I was 17. Someone did something to me and I had to make a report to the police. That police officer who I've known since I was 14, way before I was Muslim, and he knew my whole childhood life, what happened to me and what I went through. He found out that I was Muslim when we caught up a few years later, and he was taking my statement, and he said to me that I don't see you as a Muslim girl, you're not that type of person. He really got into my head, and I was 17 years old. He groomed me in the police station. He abused me in the police station while he was on duty, and he put thoughts into my head saying that those Muslim family don't care about you, they don't love you, because I was raised halfway in my childhood by a Lebanese Muslim family who made me loved and accepted me as their own and welcomed me into their home. And it just like really got to me, and it affected my mental health so much that my family left me, everyone hated me. Because at the time I was 17, I was so young, I thought I was safe with that police officer, and I believed him because, you know, as a girl who had no family, was moved around to more than 100 foster homes growing up on my own and having no love, I trusted him and I left Islam because of that. But I was actually groomed by him. I was a child. He took me away from something that I loved. He took me away from a family that loved me and cared for me. So when that happened for years, I just pretended I didn't believe in Islam. I just pretended it wasn't in my life anymore, and I tried to push that away. But I never ever stepped a foot inside a church ever after that. I never picked up a Bible ever at all, and I had to pretend to. I was too focused on making other people happy and what they wanted to accept me of. I wasn't making myself happy. I wasn't putting myself first. So I always did what others saw me as. And my best friend, who's a born Muslim, came into my life, and I was friends with her for years before I even returned to Islam. And she would always talk about it, and I always get fascinated and tell her what I believed in, my values. And I remember she said to me once, "Courtney, I'm surprised you're not Muslim. A lot of your values are very Islamic." And I told her my story, how I was Muslim when I was 16 years old. If someone was to talk about Christianity and the Bible, I just wouldn't pay attention to it. I wouldn't like listen to it. But if anyone like talked about the Quran and Allah, I would be so invested and ask more questions. I was so interested into it. This decision did not happen overnight. I have been thinking about this for 2 years, and in that 2 year time I've been reading the Quran, I've been studying Islam, I've been going to the mosque, I've been keeping it extremely private for 2 years, because this time I wanted to be 100% sure that it was for me and that I wanted to return to Islam without having to leave again, because that would look bad. So I really wanted to make sure I was extremely sure. So I've been doing this for 2 years, and yeah, I have officially returned to Islam. I am so much happier. I am not going to do anything what anyone tells me to do anymore. I'm not going to focus on making anyone happy. I'm going to focus on myself and making myself happy and what I believe in, because Islam made me feel home. It made me feel love, and I always believed in it. It's always been in my heart. It's never left my heart. And one time when I went to visit my brother, who was unwell at the time, in hospital, it was this year in Ramadan, he offers me food, and I said, oh, I can't, I'm fasting. And he was like, oh, it's Ramadan. And I was a bit nervous how my brother would react to that. And I said to him, are you okay with that? And he's like, of course. And you know what he said to me that really just took my heart away? He said to me, you look so much happier as a Muslim girl. He goes, you look so much happier, you're glowing in Islam. Like, do what makes you happy and don't worry about what anyone else said. And he also said to me, when you were Christian, you were just never happy. I've never seen you read a Bible, but when it's Islam, you always embrace it. You're so interested in it. It's always been you. It's a part of who you are, and I see you as a Muslim girl. My youngest brother said that, and I just loved him so much for that. I'm not perfect, and I will try my best to do good. I'm taking it day by day. When I say I'm not perfect, I don't want you guys expect me to be perfect and look up to me and be like, oh my god, she's perfect. I don't want that at all. And another thing, I'm not going to change who I am as a person. I have a clean heart. I'm still spreading kindness, humanity. I'm always going to be me. I'm going to be Courtney. I'm not changing my personality, just only different beliefs and different faith. I'm going to continue sharing my story and be an inspiration to you all. I just need you to respect me as a person and my decision. I know that after this video, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate, or I'm going to probably get a lot of likes. But regardless what you say, I am not doing it to make you happy. I'm doing this for myself. I am not doing it for a man. There is no man in my life. I'm doing this for myself because I love myself and I love Islam, and I need you to respect me and my decision. My values, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't party, I don't talk to any guys, I don't sleep around. And I just love that Islam has humanity and modesty and just a lot of things about the Islam that I strongly believe in. But yeah, that's all I have to say, and I hope to continue to inspire you all. And alhamdulillah, so if I'm not saying it right, because I was born deaf and I can't say certain words right, but yeah, thank you so much.